The train now arriving at platform 5 into 2205 diverted East Coast Main Line service to London King's Cross.
Okay, welcome back to the channel. I'm sorry it's been a while since I did another video. This was basically due to a long winter and it's so cold in here. Family things have been going on, so not really had much time to do a video. I've just been doing various little bits on here, but over the weekend I've done quite a bit over the last week really. This is a new section of the depot. So we got the depot here, sorry, that's I've done a video on. And this is outside. So what I'm planning to do here, it comes off here at a point, and I'm going to make two tracks here. I may raise it a bit because it'll make it look a bit more interesting as a little depot or stabling point. So there'll be two tracks going down here, and you used to see like sort of where the steam shed used to be, it was raised for the coaling stage. So I might raise it a little bit just to make it more interesting in this section. So basically got the tunnel here, the access point to the marshalling yard. This is going to be a stabling area, maybe a depot, I'm not sure. I've got to put the track in here, I've run out of track, so that has to be done shortly. I'll order some more. Okay, I've dremeled out the far siding, which is going to have a point in there for extra sidings on the new section. So that's been taken out. Also going to put some track back here, but that's been lifted for the point to go in here, and build some more sidings further down the track, as you'll see later. And I don't know whether to do a double slip to link up with the track where the tunnel is that side near the depot. Sorry about the mess on here, it's like a tatty workshop. So I'm planning it as I go along, more or less. I know what I want, but yeah, I might do a double slip or just a crossing there, I'm not sure, to link up with that section. I think a double slip, they're quite expensive. So that's been lifted, ready for the point to go into there. Okay, I've taken out the embankment that was here, ready for the track laying. Obviously got to tidy up and get rid of the glue bit at the bottom. Obviously it was Celotex, which I've carved to a steep embankment. That's now gone. I'm saving it just in case I'm going to use it again, I don't know yet. It's a shame because it's quite a nice little structure. So all that's been taken out, ready for another track. Okay, I've laid the first point in this new siding area, or extended sidings. I've just got to put a motor in there and wire that up. So we're progressing now towards more sidings. Looking forward to this. Okay, the point's put in now for the new sidings, and I've put this section of track here, reinstated a bit of track to compensate for the point. All that needs doing now is ballasting, weathering and the rails painting. Just put a point motor in there, it's not wired up yet but it's ready to go. Looking good. So the track goes from here on a straight line. All this is going to be painted and weathered and ballasted, by the way. But it's pinned down more or less now. And that comes up to a double slip here. Now all this is wired up. This is what's taken me a long time to do. All these point motors are up underneath. You can see that. It's there. This has taken ages to do, weeks, nearly a month. Basically what I did, I pulled a wire up a misstate and I couldn't find where the problem was. Electrics aren't my favourite thing on model railways. Once it's done it looks good. So this is the double slip. So we've got another section going up to the yard, so you can come in from that angle as well, and then coming down here. So I've got another line in here which has got to be completed and ballasted. So another siding line, and then across from the double slip, this isn't finished at all yet, I've got to get some more track. So you've got another 4 sidings, quite lengthy. Oh, by the way, this here I took out from the section used to be on this section here, so that's where it's come from. So I'm probably going to use that again to stop locos falling off onto the floor and getting broken. So that's probably going to work. So you've got another side in here which has got to be completed. But as you can see, it's going to look pretty good. So up here you've got a little offshoot here which is going to be, I don't know, it could be refueling, it could be just a stabling point, not decided yet. But I thought might as well make use of that. There's little sections which I've done while I've been constructing this, put little dropper wires in here to keep the continuity of the bus underneath, the power bus going. I've got 2 here, these will be wired up yet, connected. It's still working actually without those, but I will do that. I was going to put another point in here to make it another road, but it was getting a bit cluttered, so I've got to fill that hole in here. But all that section down here has got to be, all the track's loose, so I've got to do that at some stage, get some more track and make it a proper yard. The idea is to have a shunting section down this long stretch here, so I can reverse the wagons and rolling stock into this section of a little yard, and this section here is more storage. So it's going to be quite a big yard when it's done, but long process. But I've got got on with it quite a lot this weekend of the bank holiday. Okay, so I've got a new panel here which I've spray painted. It's got 9 functions at the moment and 3 spare toggle switches and holes for other ones in case I need any. This came off my dad's layout, unfortunately passed away last year. Been deconstructing his layout. I thought I'll salvage this. It's already wired up, which was a lot easier. And yes, 3 more switches I don't need at the moment, but I might use them in the future. But I've got these points in the new section all wired up now, which has taken a hell of a long time. A real long time. I pulled some wires out on this section here and I could not fathom what had gone wrong. I was getting shorts and it was very, very, very frustrating. And I had to come away from it. I was getting a bit cross with certain things, it just wasn't working. So I just came away from it for a few days. But yeah, this needs wiring up. Sorry, not wiring up, labelling up, and away you go. So it's getting there. This is the first time I've used a double slip. It's a remarkable bit of engineering here. I really like this. I got this off eBay second hand, 25 quid, compared with nearly 50 quid in some places for a brand new one, and it works perfectly. The first time I use one of these, it's quite versatile. Yeah, nice bit of track. Okay, I've got 4 more lanes put in here. I've installed them over the weekend. There's quite a bit of space here for the rolling stock. It needs weathering, obviously, so the rails need painting. And at the end here, I've put the electrical droppers in here. So you've got, obviously, the positive and negative. Always a good idea to do this. It keeps the continuity on the circuit going, electrical current. And that's all wired up under here. Bit messy, but I've just got to test that. I'm sure it works fine, but it's looking good so far. Quite a bit of distance there. I'm going to put a light ballast on the track, as in the other tracks here. Was just left to weather and in some cases rot as well. Not much maintenance done on these sidings. So far so good. Okay, I put these Cosmetic fish plates on the joints here, and these are from Scale Model Scenery, which is LX388, the 00, pack of 80. I've had to order some more, I've run out, but these, when they're painted, just look very, very effective. Little gap there, but you can see what I'm getting at. And on the other track there. So obviously this is going to be weathered. So I put them across the points and places like that. So going to be painted, as say. But yeah, just a little cosmetic item. Used them before and they're very good from Scale Model Scenery. Okay, this is a new board for the yard and stabling points. So you got stabling point 1, stabling point 2, 4th lane siding, 5th lane siding, depot storage siding, double slip, try and focus, double slip near, that says, and double slip far. And then you've got yard point right and yard point left. Some people say, okay, why didn't you put a map on here of the track plan with the individual point switches? Well, this was already wired up as a board, and all I've done here is spray painted the board in a primer colour. It was my late father's who passed away last year, and I just used it. I'm using what I can from his old layout, which was up in his loft. So I'm just using bits and pieces, and it's come to good use. So I've just used it that way instead of putting the track plans on here. It works. I'm quite happy with that. There's a lot of spare holes here ready for any more points. I don't think I'll be doing any more in the near future. And there's 3 here that could be wired up and used. We shall see in time. I've got one more point motor left over, which is a tortoise one. So you never know. I might use that somewhere in the near future. We shall see. Before we finish, I just want to add this Backscene that's been made for me by Richard de la Camp. It's very, very good, and it just covers that section in an industrial type feel. So it's got a little chimney on there. I believe that's made from cake stands, I'm not sure. So thank you very much for that. So I've not done many updates since last year. There's a few more things I need to update you on as well that I've had or done, but this is very good and it fits in quite nicely down there. The old one here was this, which has just come off actually. I'll stick that on. I fitted these with Velcro that needs to straighten up a bit. I stuck that one on down there. So this has been held on by Velcro. It seems to work very well. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. That's really good. Looks good from the angle of the rolling stock. So when I'm filming, that's where you get into the back. So thank you very much. Okay, this is a section here. I'm doing the incline. So we're looking at sort of 18, 19 mil this end. Goes up a little bit more to about 20 mil. So not a massive incline. So this is not fixed at all. I'm just doing it temporary. It's going to be a stabling point, which was an ex-loading bay or coal stage area, which British Rail converted into a stabling point, just using the tracker, which you did see. So I've ordered here, for this section, the Woodland Scenics incline set. I think 3 or 4%, just to get the tracks stopping looking ridiculous going up here. I think that's enough of the incline, you know, 20 mil 18mm. Don't want any more than that. So I'm waiting for that to arrive. So thanks for watching this video. This will be in the next video. So get on with this, and see you all soon.